Hello, I hope you're having a wonderful time. Okay, my name is Raphael Ochokpa, aka Mr. Tutor. In this video, I want to discuss a concept with you that will change your life forever. You're going to have extreme success that will beat the imagination of everyone who has known you before now, including yourself. You will never believe that it is possible for you to accumulate the kind of success that you are going to achieve when you start to put every concept I'm going to discuss with you in this video to use. All right. First off, life will never reward you or will never give you what you desire. Life will only give you what you deserve. What you deserve is what life will give to you. So it means that if you don't work to deserve the kind of life you desire, you will never have your desire come true. So, a lot of people want to wait until everything is right, the perfect time, the perfect season, the perfect condition, the perfect environment. All these are just mere illusion. If you don't start immediately, where you are right now, with what you have, and with whatever you are capable of doing. All right. So the more you do, then the more you have. The more action you take, the more you are going to be channeling your life in the direction of change and success. All right. Change is not automatic. Change doesn't happen through just mere wishes. Change actually comes through a well-planned, intentional action plan that you execute on a daily basis, all right, with a certain degree of intentionality. Now we are going to go into the concept proper. This concept will help you to overtake all the people that have gone far ahead of you that you're wondering how you are ever going to catch up with them. You are not only going to catch up with them, you will catch up with them, you will overtake them until they will no longer see your brake light, provided you can take this into account on the daily basis. All right, so I'm going to switch the camera to the other side where you are going to see me, illustrate on a chalkboard some of these concepts and this model, and it's going to beat your imagination. I want you to please go ahead and smash that like button, give me a follow or subscription, or subscribe to this channel. All right, leave a positive comment and make sure you share this video so that more people can have access to a quality, content such as this one, so that they can also change their lives. Thank you so much. I'm going over. Catch you on the other. Okay, welcome to the other side of the video. All right, this is where the real thing is going to be shown to you, so you can start to take action immediately to start to change your life as a reality. All right, so here we have a model called be, do, have. All right, so this concept is a universal concept, and if you want to amass wealth, you want to acquire properties, like cars, like clothes, like home electronics, like real estate, piece of real estate, everything in the class of property. This is the simple model that you are going to apply and follow on the daily basis to be able to amass the kind of success and wealth that you yourself will be surprised at. All right, so the first thing is to be, and the second is to do, and then to have. So a lot of people approach this model from the flip side of the coin. They want to have first. All right. A lot of times people start from this point, and that is why where there's a lot of error. They want to have before they would do, and then they become. That is an error. And a lot of people approach it from this standpoint. They want to do. They just get at doing. They want to do so that they feel that the more they do, the more they have. And if you approach this aspect or this aspect of this model from this point, what will happen to you is that you are going to end up in total frustration, confusion, and at the end of the day, failure. All right? Because you are not supposed to do when you have not become. The first place to start from is from this point. If you want to have success, if you want to achieve anything in life, this is where you start from. You become to be able to do, and then you do to have. So if you do to have, you will end up frustrated because you will never have. All right? Because you cannot do when you have not acquired the right kind of skill, the right kind of information, the right kind of experience or experiences to be able to do. So in this, at this point of being, this is the point of identity. Pardon me. This is the point of identity. All right? Identity. This is the point of mindset. Here is the point of behavior. All right? Behavior. This is the point of habit, where you develop set of habits. This is the point where you create value in yourself first before you can create in others. So at this point, the first thing is for you to have an identity, a skill. Identity is what identifies you, is what distinguishes you. Like when you say, I'm a doctor, who are you? I am a doctor. That is your identity in the market place. You said you are a marketer. That is your identity. And you cannot become a marketer without some skills, all right? Without having the skill of a marketer, without acquiring the skill of marketing. You can never call yourself a marketer when you have not acquired the skill of marketing. So you are not qualified to be classified or to be identified as a marketer when you have not acquired the skill of a marketer. This is where you build a different set of mindset. This is where you build behavior. This is where you build habit. This is where you create value in yourself. All right. This is where you self-develop. Self-development. All right. This is where you develop value in yourself, so much so that when you start to do, you will be able to do smartly. You will be able to work smartly. You will be able to do things that a lot of people will wonder what you have probably gained or what you have probably, they will be wondering at your result. Because why? You have taken a lot of time to build yourself to a level where now you can go into the marketplace and then you know exactly what to do to acquire the kind of wealth that you desire to acquire. All right. Then here talks about action. Do talks about action. It talks about activities or activity. However, it talks about activity. It talks about execution. It talks about execution, action, doing, getting at what you have imagined yourself to do. All right? Then the more you build value in yourself, the more you are able to carry out the right kind of action or the right set of activities that will give you your desire, which is what here talks about having, like possession, result, talks about results, talks about achievement. Pardon me. Talks about success. Okay? It talks about possessions. And it talks about properties, like I mentioned earlier. Property. All right, so the more you build value in yourself, the more you are able to execute, the more you are able to execute accurately, with precision, with exactness, if there is any word like that. You are able to carry out your activity in a well-organized, smart way to be able to achieve your result right on time and then right with precision. So the more you do, the more you have. The more you achieve, the more your success, the more your possessions in terms of what you have. That also might mean a property. The more you have, the more you have. So if you are empty here, let's say this is you. Let me cut this like this. So let's say this is your container. This is your container of self-development. So if your value is little here, you will only be able to do a little. You will only be able to take a little action. You will be able to only do a little because the value here is also small. All right? The more you increase the value here, the more your activity will be increased with precision. The more your activities will increase. So the more you continue to build value in yourself, as your container keeps building up, keep filling up, the more you are able to do. All right? And let's say this is your possession container over here. So the more you do, the more your result. So if you take the right kind of action, you're going to get the right kind of results. And you take more right kind of actions or more set of actions, you are going to get much more results. All right? So the container here will begin to load up. Your bank account will begin to increase. All right? Your possessions will begin to increase from 1 car to 3 cars, from a plot of land to an acre, from one house to another, and then your possessions will continue to increase Just like that. This is the simple principle that you must not defile. If you can follow this principle meticulously, your success is super guaranteed. It's inevitable. The more you increase your self-value, the more you build on your habits, your behavior, your mindset, your identity. Mind you that the ultimate identity is in God. I may not want to go into all the details in this short video, but I may have some time to expand on this much more in my subsequent video, so I can go through this the detailed way, so you can understand that your identity